Now we had a bunch of people and we asked them to take part in an activity. And then we drew a network from them and did what is called random walking on the network. I asked you to do it, right? We'll show you how to do it right now. But one should do this random walk and then see the points accumulated per node. And then look at that node with the highest point and then call that fellow a leader. Now, you know what? This is precisely how your Google search engine works. And this algorithm is called the PageRank algorithm. So, what is the connection? Look at this. Look at this network and take a random walk on it. What are those nodes which will have highest number of visits? It's going to be those nodes which are easily reachable when you're taking random walks. How do you reach a node? It should be easy to reach their neighbors. How can you reach their neighbors? It should be easy to reach their neighbors' neighbors. The most popular person's neighbors. So, if there's an easy incoming way to a node, then that node will have a very high weight. So, intuitively speaking, a person is important if important people point to him. A node will get a lot of weight if it is adjacent to a few nodes, and these few nodes are all important. By important we mean they are adjacent to a lot more nodes. A node is adjacent to many nodes and these nodes are adjacent to many nodes and so on. Correct? So we are just giving you a very toned down version of PageRank because it's a first course in programming. We don't want to bother you with a lot of details. But if you're interested, you can take a look at our course on NPTEL called the Social Networks course. There we describe in detail, one entire week we discuss on how PageRank works. So getting back, we have now told you how to take random walk on a network, increment the points individually on the nodes, and look at the top nodes thus obtained. They are the most important nodes. Now, how does Google work based on this idea? It's very simple. What Google does is, as you can see in this animation, it takes a website. And on that website, as you know, given a website, it will have a lot of hyperlinks to another website. By hyperlinks, we mean a place where you go and you click and it takes you to another page. You see, that's called a hyperlink. Okay, so I will take all possible web pages in the world that one can think of, and I will put an arrow from a web page to another web page if there's a link from this web page to this web page. And I'll create this huge network. By the way, this is how the network of internet looks like, where a line between two nodes, where nodes represent websites, and a line between two nodes represent that there is a link from this site to that site. This was the snapshot of the internet long back. Of course, it has grown bigger right now. It looks even more complicated right now. But just for completeness sake, we are flashing the network of the internet. This is called the World Wide Web Network. So now here, what Google does is it takes all these pages of the world and runs a random walk on it. It's a huge network, you see. It takes a long time to run random walk. Of course, with sophisticated computers, you can do this. A huge network on billions of nodes, you run random walk and you make a note of how many times you visit a node as you are taking random walk. As we are talking now, as you are listening to this video, Google actually is doing this. It is taking all the websites of the world and then taking random walks on it. Okay, you would have heard of crawlers. This is precisely what we mean by crawlers. There is a program which crawls through the web like this and makes note of how many times I visited what node and ranks all the nodes based on the visits to the node. Okay, now when you type the word, let's say Mysore city, right? It will look at all those websites which has the word Mysore, and then it will realize that there are 10,000 websites that has Mysore in it, but it will show you the top few sites that have accumulated top points due to this random walk. You may want to get that straight. Let me repeat. So when you type Mysore, there are 10,000 hits, 10,000 sites which has Mysore in it. But then Google will fetch the top few sites to you. How does it know what are the top few sites? Top few sites based on the points accumulated because of random walk. That's it. This single idea has led to a $500 billion industry today. Google, as it stands tall, mainly started off with this very algorithm, which till date is the best possible searching technology. Of course, there are several other parameters that a search engine uses, but the basic heart, the nucleus of the idea is whatever we taught you so far. Now, let us go ahead and look at the nitty-gritties of how to take a random walk and then how to crawl on a network.